Hello, everybody. It's Trent again. I'm here to talk to you about. This month, we're going to be covering my Baldur's Gate decks, or my Faerun decks, I guess. Most of them are from Baldur's Gate, but there's some that are from just Faerun. We're going to start with my silly one, which is Nine Fingers Keen. She's one in Sultai, which is black. No, I don't think that's Sultai. Black, blue, green. Anyway, black, blue, green. Human rogue for a 4/4. With menace and ward, pay 9 life. Whenever Nine Fingers Keen deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from them onto the battlefield. Then if you can control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. Otherwise, put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. So, this gate's about gates. This gate is about gates. No, this deck is about gates. I got gates on the brain. That's what this whole deck's about. So, a few pieces that kind of help the deck move through is a lot of your land pieces, like Red and 7, who is 3 and 2 green for a Planeswalker. Her shoves with 5 loyalty. She +1 to reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest into the graveyard. For 0, put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. -3, make a tree folk that has power and toughness to the size of lands you control. -8, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. So great for going through and getting those lands. And then you negate her to get your whatever went else into the bin back. Another one is Teova Benthic Druid. Whenever a land you control... 3 in blue-green for a 3/3 merfolk. Whenever a land you control enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Now, what are we going to do with all these lands? Oh, before we talk about that, we should talk about Treval, the balance scale. I got the fancy version. I think that was from the actual... yeah, no, that was from the precon. Whenever Treval attacks, deal 3 cards, and then you may return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Oh, he's 1 in black, green, blue. For a flying 4/4. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 zombie druid creature token. Now, gates come in tapped, so we want something that negates that. So that's where Archellos Lagoon Mystic comes in. 1 and black, green, blue. For a Turtle Shaman, 2/4. As long as he is untapped, or as long as he's tapped, other permanents come into the battlefield tapped. As long as he's untapped, permanents come into the battlefield untapped. He overrides the gate controls. Now, you want 9 fingers to connect. So, Security Bypass is a fun little one in a blue for an enchantment aura. As long as the enchanted creature is attacking alone, it can't be blocked. Enchanted creature has when this creature deals combat damage to a player, it connives. Its controller draws a card and then discards a card. If it was a non-land card, you get a 1/1 counter. One of the sorceries to include is Explore the Underdark. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards. Put them onto the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. You take the initiative, which lets you go into the Undercity if you haven't started the dungeon, and lets you start going through there. Since we're playing a lot of land, Blackblade for Forge is a nice little thing, which is a 2 enchantment or 2 artifact equipment Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Legendary creature equips for 3. Normally equips for 7. Maze's End is a win con. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a land. Add 1 colorless to your mana pool, and for 3 in a tap, return Maze's End to its owner's hand. Search library for a gate card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. My copy's crinkled, which is not great. Guild Summit is 2 and a blue for an enchantment. When a Guild Summit enters the battlefield, you may tap any number of untapped gates you control. Draw a card for each gate tapped this way. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. So it lets you tap your gates that you haven't used for card draw, and then gives you card draw for playing gates. And if we're playing gates, we might as well play a Gate Colossus. 8 mana for an 8/8 construct, artifact construct. This spell costs 1 less for each gate you control. Gate Colossus can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, you may put Gate Colossus from your graveyard back on top of your library. So he could be a reoccurring villain for your table. This is a silly deck. It's a 2. It is barely a functional 2. I have not won. I have not lost due to the deck. It's just a silly mess around and find out deck, and I played it because I wanted to play with gates, and so I wanted to build a commander in that color pairing, and I didn't love anything else in there. So this is one of those, not a throwaway deck, but this was one of those I want to enjoy it decks. So I appreciate your time today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.